So we are going to talk today about something that I am really passionate about. And that is, about creating more mindfulness in any activity, in any thing that comes up into our lives. And today, particularly, we are going to talk about mindful eating. And you will be surprised what we are actually going to talk about, okay? So I will share the screen with you, and I hope that it's going to work just as I plan for us to do that. Okay. Very nice. So mindful eating and mindful life, just, when I say these two words, just think about what comes the first thing, onto your mind when you hear mindful eating and mindful life. And then I would like to start with actually a story. It's a Zen story. And it's a story about a man and a horse. The horse is galloping quickly, and it appears that the rider is urgently heading somewhere important. A bystander along the road calls out, "Where are you going?" And the rider replies, "I don't know. Ask the horse." So the reason I am sharing this story is because it's many times our own life story. Many of us, you and me, are riding a horse, but we don't know where we are going. And the horse, we can look as a metaphor of habit energy. The relentless force of habit that pulls us along, that we are often unaware of and feel powerless to change. When you become uncomfortable, that buzz in the body, it becomes a little bit uncomfortable, that feeling. We kind of can recognize that habit energy, that it's kind of, brooming in just our body. And many times we don't know what to do with that, right? So all of us always are running somewhere. It has become a habit, the norm of our everyday living. We run all the time, even during our sleep, believe it or not. The time that we are supposed to rest and regenerate our bodies, but our bodies are so much, wired, in the sympathetic nervous, system, and running just kind of, that we are having even a hard time to unwind and really relax. So the life story is running, okay? Now, when that happens, when that energy, a habit is just kind of, coming to us, what do we usually do? What do usually humans do when there is any negative energy or negative feeling? Most of us, we try to pacify ourselves with something that is going to take us away of that uncomfortable feeling. So it's either watching TV, scrolling on social media, or eating comfort foods, okay? Of course, people do some other stuff, but these are the most common thing people do. And that's what is just kind of not that mindful type of a eating, but it's just kind of actually asking yourself, am I trying to numbing myself from what I'm feeling? Or am I really just kind of in a place of mindful eating to nourishing what my body needs? So the storm doesn't go away even after a bag of chips or a bowl of ice cream. We actually do not like ourselves for eating the chips and ice cream, right? Remember that feeling? That at the moment, it feels like a great idea to go to the fridge. That's that urge, that energy habit that it's within us. Like, there is something in the brain like, okay, you don't feel comfortable, I know how to fix it. The brain is just going again, just kind of in survival mode. Let's go to the fridge, let's grab something, okay? So we dread stepping on the scale the next day. We vow to never do this again, but time after time we do. So why do we do this? Why do we do just kind of, something that we know that it's not serving us? Because our habit pushes us. There's simply no pathway in the brain where certain things happen in our life. Our brain tends to go for the survival, and it goes to the cheapest survival that it's possible there. Meaning, just if there is a negative feeling, the best way to fix it, to eat something, okay? To watch something, to walk away from it, right? To run away from it, okay? So how can we actually stop this state of turmoil? Because we know that it's not serving us. How can we stop our fear, our despair, our anger, and our cravings? And I want you to think about this, because sometimes these feelings actually arrive during the holidays. Of course, many times beyond the holidays, but especially just kind of during the holidays, one of these can really pop up, okay? So what is really important to know is that we need to learn to become solid and stable like an old tree when those things come up, when those feelings arrive, and not blown from side to side by the emotional storm, by the feeling that just arises within the body. So, how to do that? And the answer is going to be so simple that you might brush it off. But please stay with me right now, okay? I would like you to think about something that can stop just kind of your brain, that can pause your brain. We need to actually learn about the art of pausing. So as that feeling arises, I really want to know how actually I can pause, rather than just kind of, running toward the fridge, running just kind of, to the cupboard where, the cookies are. There is a really just kind of, beautiful look at it, that as we, pause and stop our running, we can actually step into the present moment. As it says, we can be present for and embrace our habit energies. The habit energies of worry, blame, guilt, fear, and calm these strong emotions that dictate so many of us. There is a beautiful, beautiful quote from Tara Brach. A beautiful, beautiful quote. If you don't know Tara Brach, just, Google her. She has beautiful, just kind of, books. Really, really beautiful human being. And she says, quote, "Through the sacred art of pausing, we develop the capacity to stop hiding, to stop running away from ourselves, from our experience. We begin to trust in our natural intelligence, in our naturally wise heart, in our capacity to open to whatever arises." So we need to actually learn to live fully in the present moment. And it's very easy many times to do it when we are excited, but it goes along with anything that we experience daily. How to live fully in the present moment, even if it's uncomfortable present moment. We need to practice breathing in and breathing out as the first thing with all of our awareness. So that's a one thing how you can pause if you don't forget about anything that has been presented here. The art of pausing can start as simply as start paying attention just to your breath in, breath out. Just give yourself a timer for a minute, just paying attention to the breath. There is more to it, but this is if I don't do anything. If you want to know the first step, kindergarten step, how to start processing just kind of your emotions, breath. Breathe in, breathe out. But there is more, of course, to it, okay? So one thing is just kind of about recognizing the urge, the energy when the old habit presents itself. And responding to this habit mindfully. You actually say, hello, my anxiety habit or my overwhelm habit, energy. I know you are there. So we actually need to acknowledge what is going on rather than suppressing the feeling, because that's what all people do, most of the people. We do not suppress the feeling. Instead, actually, we embrace the difficult and uncomfortable feeling, just like a mother would be cradling her baby. What is usually happening is that, and it comes all the way to our childhood, when we feel something as, a child and it's uncomfortable, if we don't have a skillful parent, we will be, as a kid, starting running away from it. We will distract ourselves with a toy, okay, with something else. So what happens is we actually do not attend to ourselves, but we run away from that uncomfortable feeling. And then the strong emotions are crying out like they are trying to get your attention, and then always will be. By embracing the emotions whenever they arise, you can prevent yourself being swept by your emotional storm, and you can calm yourself. So stopping or pausing, calming, and resting are preconditions for healing. Stopping, calming, and resting. So what I really would like to do now, I really would like to teach you a process, very simple process, how to process any uncomfortable feeling. Now, when we practice something like this, we don't pick a feeling that is just kind of really deep and difficult, like isolation. That goes deep, right? People can feel isolated because this and that. So if you feel like this is way too hard feeling, I'm not going to go there, but I can just kind of, work with the feeling of anxiety or being bored, okay? So always when you start practice uncomfortable feeling, when you want to learn that, and believe me, you want to learn that, because that is going to help you not only just kind of, feeling more at ease generally during the day, but even during the holiday, you will much more enjoy the food. You will be in it. And you will be also able to pause when you know that your body is ready to pause and not overstuff yourself, okay? So what I would like you to do, if you are up to this challenge, you can either lie down or you can be sitting up. I just want you to get in any comfortable sitting or laying down, position right now. And it's going to take us probably, I would say, another 5 or 7 minutes of practice, okay? And if you don't get anything from this course, this is just so important, and it's huge. It's huge. If you know how to sit with something that it's uncomfortable, you realize how you can process it and how it can just kind of eventually leave your body. So I think that the feeling of anxiety is just, very common feeling. And I would like to just kind of practice this today. Okay. So I would like you to be comfortable first physically. So make sure that you are in a comfortable position. And then I want you to bring the attention to the physical sensation of anxiety. So if you feel anxious about something, maybe something that will be coming up tomorrow or this evening, or you might feel already anxious, okay? It's easy just kind of, to bring yourself, about something. Maybe you have a doctor appointment tomorrow, or maybe you have a presentation, or you have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody in your family, okay? Whatever that is, just kind of, I want you to see if you can actually feel that uncomfortable feeling. And if it's not anxiety, if it's something else, pick something that it's lighter. I will use the anxiety today. So my question now is, as you bring the attention to the physical sensation of that feeling of anxiety, the question is, ask yourself, is it pleasant or unpleasant what I'm feeling right now? Is it widespread, or is it in one specific area of my body? Sometimes people feel the uncomfortable sensation in their shoulders, in the neck, sometimes in the throat. Sometimes they feel it in the belly or through the torso. So my question is, if you can pause for a second and just kind of, ask yourself, is it widespread or is it in one specific area? Just stay with it. It's there. You can definitely notice it. Now, the other question that I have for you now, how would you describe the sensation that you feel in your body? Is it tightness, clenching, fluttering, pulsing? Don't think about it too hard. Just pick one. Tightness, clenching, fluttering, pulsing. And now pay attention to the physical sensation. You do not have to get rid of it. You do not have to move it anywhere. All we do in this practice is that we will be paying simply attention to the feeling. We are not trying to get rid of it. We are just paying attention to the feeling. I want you to close your eyes and bring your physical sensations of the feeling that you have in the part of the body that you know that you have felt it when I ask you, where is it? So if it's in your shoulders, you simply close your eyes and you bring that attention to that area of your body. And of course, it is unpleasant. And all you need to do is just to pay again attention to it, meaning recognizing it, giving it a place that it's there in your body. And believe it or not, many times you are familiar with that feeling. And like I said, sometimes, these feelings are very familiar and they go all the way when we were a little kid. And instead of taking care of just kind of, the uncomfortable feeling, we tried to distract ourselves from it. And we do it until just kind of, now we always do it. So today, I just want you simply take care of yourself. And what it means is simply pay attention to the physical sensation that you have in your body of that feeling that you have now. You do not have to do anything. You do not need to win, be charismatic, or be brilliant. You are just taking care of yourself, my friend. That is all. And just breathe and do nothing. Just breathe. Breathe in that body, in the places where you feel that. Just breathe in and out. There is just simply no goal as you breathe. You are like a passenger in the car. You are just watching that sensation in your body. Just breathing. And just watch it if it's more expansive or if it's getting smaller. Just watch. Watch it and be curious if you can. Just be curious with that sensation that it's in the body. And just see how different it is when you actually really pay attention to the feeling. Just breathe in and out. Just notice it. Watch it. And so what is taking place now is very transformational. What you are doing right now at this moment is that you are learning to attending yourself literally in this moment. You are not pushing yourself, but you are learning and reparenting yourself. You are reparenting yourself. By being nice to yourself, you are learning to attend yourself rather than running away from yourself. And when that happens, when you really recognize that you are attending to yourself and learning the art of reparenting yourself, you are communicate your brain a new message. And that message is, we are safe. We are safe. Meaning my brain is safe, it doesn't have to freak out, and my body is safe. And you recognize, I don't need anxiety, headache. You are safe. Just stay here for a second. Just take a few just inhales and exhales. Just notice how you feel. And remember, it's not about pushing and asking the mind, oh, this didn't work, or it didn't work as far as I wanted to go. Just be kind to yourself. You are reparenting your brain and your being to attend to yourself. To attend, say your name. I would say, I'm attending to you, Olga. I am attending just kind of the need that you have in your body, that you feel what you feel. I get it. It's okay. We are safe. And then when you are ready, you can then gently open your eyes.